Shalom. I want to start by giving all fear and honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Shalom to elders, apostles, shalom to the 144,000 men that are the elect. Shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children, and men, women, and children that believe and take heed in this truth and believe that the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first. This is Brother Tazamak from Two Witnesses. I'm going to bring this precept. It's going into the mindset. These precepts that I'm bringing out, it's going to be focused on the mindset and in the knowledge and how you should be building yourself up in these last days. So Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. So be very circumspect on the time that you're investing. Because you can't take that back. All the time that you invest in something, you can't take it back. So make sure that you're investing it investing it wisely. Because we are living in the evil days. We're in spiritual warfare where you gotta invest your time and prepare for that war to come. Colossians 3:2. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. Right? So we have a 9-to-5 job. So most of us, we still have, we try to get better in this world, until the end comes. But really, our main focus is not of this world. It's up from above. It's spiritual. Being well connected with the Heavenly Father and Son, seeking the true kingdom, which is everlasting kingdom. This place is not gonna last forever, man. So whether you're poor or rich, it's not gonna maintain forever. Matthew 22:37. Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Not some or half. The Lord doesn't want you to be half-ass in this. It's all in or all out. So you gotta put your all into it. Proverbs 19:8. He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. He that keepeth understanding shall find good. So if you want to save your soul, then you will seek and keep wisdom, and you will love wisdom, which is this truth and this knowledge. Reading these precepts, keeping these precepts, keeping the commandments and the statutes. Praying to the Lord to have mercy on you and give you more understanding and knowledge. Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. I'll read that again. For in much wisdom is much grief, and what that grief is going into the furnace. We're being purified with this truth and this wisdom. Knowing this truth, you'll start realizing that it's serious, and you'll start realizing the battle that you're fighting. But that makes you actually stronger. Not eating the sweet, but also the bitter. So eating the whole row of the truth. Like herbs, they are bitter. It's hard to digest, but it's good for you. But when it comes to sweet things like cakes and chocolate and stuff like that, very easy to eat, but it's very bad for you. You know what I'm saying? So the end result of this truth is everlasting life. You know, but the beginning of it is bitter. Proverbs 27:12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself. But the simple pass on and are punished. Right? That's what you see with all these protests. You know, they see all these police with big guns. They see the military going, but what? They're ignorant. You know, they're simple. They pass on, and what's gonna happen is they're gonna be punished. You know, because they don't see that this is not our rest. This is not our place. This is not our kingdom. This is our captivity. You know, and the Lord had it that way so we can go back to the Lord. But 2/3 of our people, instead of going back to our Heavenly Father, they try to take things to their own hands. And that's what they're going to be punished. But we're hiding ourselves, taking ourselves away from this world and hiding ourselves. We're hiding under the Lord's, under the Lord as a shield, because He's our shield. We're hiding under His wings. And I'll keep it short. Let's see. This is Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. You know, and we build ourselves up by speaking about the truth and learning among ourselves about the truth. You know, with other brothers that are in the truth. That's how we sharpened ourselves. You know, sharpened iron. And we are the true friends, you know, of the Lord. Therefore, this is Matthew 7:24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built the house upon a rock. Right? So we're building our house on a firm place. That's where we standing strong, which is building the house on the rock, not on quicksand, not on sand, not on water, not on mud. You know, not on thorns, but on firm rock. You know, and you can't slip, because we have the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai with us. You know, and Lord willing, we always pray that we don't fall out, because it's a scary thing to fall out, man. That's losing your life, losing your crown. James 3:13. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. Read again. Who is the wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. So the Lord is looking at the works, you know, in the holy conversation. That's the good conversation, you know, and being meek and full of wisdom. That's the path that you have to take in order to be saved and have the Lord with you. You know, because we want the Lord with us, because that's going to be the only path to lead ourselves to everlasting life and be with the Heavenly Father. Romans 1:20. For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So people see these earthquakes going on. People see all these uproars of the people and wars breaking out. You know what I'm saying? Pestilence. They all see that. But yet they don't truly see as we see it. You know, they're stiff necked. Our people are stiff necked, and these heathens they have so much excuses. They blame it on science, they blame it on other things, other theories, but really it's the Lord doing these things. You know, and we're blessed to understand that, and we're blessed to see that. Proverbs 3:13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. And we are happy. You know, although we're in captivity and we're poor, you know, but we're happy because we see a light in the end of the tunnel. You know, these people, they're full of darkness. They don't see no light. You know, we're filling ourselves with wisdom and knowledge. You know, that's the true light. But these people, they focus on the ways of this world, which is darkness. See, the thing is, in this world, everything's opposite. Darkness, in this world, darkness is light. But we know that light is Yahweh Bashim Yashai, and this true gospel, the good news. You know, statutes and commandments and discipline. That's true discipline, you know. Not what man says, but what the Heavenly Father says. The will of the Heavenly Father. That's the true life. That's the true light. I'll bring out a couple more precepts. Romans 12:3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahweh Basim Yahushai hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. You know, so up boasting yourself is not the way. You gotta be meek. Hey, that's what the Lord hasn't had it where we don't know if we're elect. We're part of that hopeful elect, but we don't know, because if we were to know, then we would have been thinking that we're highly than everybody else. But no, we're in a meek mind. We have a meek mind, and that allows us to go push ourselves further in order to make our election sure. You know, and not be proud, because the Lord doesn't deal with the proud. See, this is 1 Corinthians 2:2. For I determined not to know anything among you save Yahushai and him crucified. So Proverbs 15:5, a fool despiseth his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. You know, so it's just the same thing as your carnal or your carnal dad. You know, when you're growing up, you know, you have to listen to your father, because he's the one that's keeping you safe. He's the one that's feeding you. You know, he's the one that knows what's good for you. He's the one that's raising you. You know, and that's the same thing with the Heavenly Father and Son. You know, he's raising up the elect. That he's raising us up and into the righteous path. You know, and but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. You know, so it's a smart thing that you actually regard the reproof, being rebuked, you know, being corrected, because that's what makes you perfect. That's what, and that's what we want to be. We want to become close to perfect in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And the only way you get that is by listening to brothers in truth, because they can see things that you can't see of yourself. And that's how iron sharpeneth iron. Asking questions, and being rebuked is a beautiful thing. Open rebuke is better than secret love. But with that, I'll close it. End it with giving all praises and fear and honors to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. I pray to the Lord that He comes soon and protects us and my brothers, all the brothers and sincere brothers teaching His truth. In Shalom.